Alright, what's good? In this video, I'm going to talk about the most underrated back exercise. And this exercise is one that you won't see a lot of people doing in the gym for whatever reason. And a lot of like IFBB pros use it, and people that are well known in the industry tend to promote it, but they still, even then, they don't talk about it a lot. But for me, in my experience, it's easily one of the most effective back workouts, and I've used it as a foundation for my back exercises for several years now. So this exercise is the weighted pull-up, and as you can see, I got the pull-up bar right here, home pull-up bar. Very convenient. You can use it whenever. It's always at my disposal. So the thing about the weighted pull-up is you see a lot of people in the gym doing like normal pull-ups, but that tends to not be very effective because at a certain point it's just too easy and you got to bring up the weight. It's called progressive overload for a reason. So the reason I speculate not a lot of people do this is because it's definitely not on the easy side. It's definitely pretty strenuous. And there's just a couple other workouts people do instead, like the deadlift, bent over row, and the rack pull. And those are all great exercises too, but those mainly work on your back thickness and not as much on the lats and your width. So the thing about the weighted pull-up is that, in my opinion, it's the best back exercise for really building out that V-taper and just getting those lats wide as fuck. So what I'm going to do is show you guys how I do my weighted pull-ups and what can help you execute a good weighted pull-up, and what things you need to have to use this exercise at its full potential. So here we got the pull-up bar, and it's always better to just go to a commercial gym and use a pull-up bar there, because there's usually more weights that can be used and more variations and more exercise you can do once you're done with the weighted pull-up to finish your workout. So aside from the pull-up bar here, what you're going to want is some straps for your wrist, which I got right here. And here they are. So these are Harbingers. You can use whatever brand you want. I personally like these. But these are very important for increasing the load over time, because when you're doing weighted pull-ups, you don't want all the strain going to your forearms. It's about working out your back. So for me personally, I already have my forearms developed enough, and if anything, I want to not develop them anymore just to maintain good proportions. So I always use straps. And so yeah, put them on like this. Let's put the other one on here. So after you get your straps on, what you're going to want to do is find a good weight to use. Something that you can do about 8 to 10 reps with the 10th rep being pretty much a failure. And also, if you're advanced, what I tend to do is after I'm done with my set, I do 5 to 10 normal bodyweight pull-ups just to really hammer out the lats and just work the fuck out of them, Pump the shit out of them as much as possible. So now I got my straps on. I'm going to use a very light dumbbell. This is only for example purposes. Right here I got my 15-pound dumbbell, as you can see. And normally I tend to use like 80, 90-pound dumbbells. And if you're in a gym and you're using plates, then use like 2 plates. It's pretty good. That's a pretty good weight. But just work your way up. Focus on your form. And so what I'm going to do now is do like a clean set of 10 just to show you guys how it should be executed. So I'm going to grab my dumbbell now. And what you're going to want to do if you're using a dumbbell is just lock it in on your knees like so. So I'm going to do a clean set of 10 here. And here we go. Okay, so that was a clean set of 10. And as you can see, I was focusing on full range of motion. Ideally, you'd want to do it like a little slower. But either way, as long as you're just pulling with the elbows and getting that full range of motion, then you're going to work it out just fine. So with that said, that's the weighted pull-up for you guys. I hope you guys use it more in your back workouts. It's always best to make it the first exercise of your back workout, because if your goals are to really increase that V taper and work the shit out of the lats, then this is the best exercise that would do that. This is better than doing a lat pull down machine or some cable row bullshit. Like, this is where it's at. Free weights over machines all day. So next time you do back workout, if you really want to fucking take your V taper to the next level, and then just do your weighted pull-ups. And the next video, I'm going to talk about what people aren't doing for arms that could make their arms increase more, that I'm not using to build up my arms. So all you need for the weighted pull-up are your straps, a pull-up bar, and a weight, and of course a belt for the weights. So the best weight you can have for this exercise is an adjustable dumbbell. And the reason for this is it's pretty much half a rack of dumbbells all in one. So you can adjust the weight accordingly and do high rep, do low rep. It's very flexible. So if you're going to use a weighted belt, it makes it way easier, so you don't have to lock it in the knees, and just allows you to do the exercise a lot easier that way. And if you're at a commercial gym, always use plate instead, because that way you can use the type of belts with a chain and it can hang below the knee, and it makes it a lot easier as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a link in the description for all four of these products: the weight, the straps, the weight belt, and the pull-up bar. Our affiliate links. But I always recommend just going to a commercial gym. If they have those available there, then that's even better. But for the most part, that most likely won't happen. So if you have these four products, you'll have nothing stopping you from making the best back gains. Check them out if you're interested, and hope you guys have a great workout, and just keep an eye out for the next one.